welcome everybody. It's Rose Smith here from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me for the Passionate Pisces November horoscope. Well, we have a bit of an exciting month coming up in November because we have so many planets going into Sagittarius. So we could be feeling more optimistic or more confident than usual. There's sort of like a bit of a ring of good luck around, and it's just more exciting. Added to that, there is a lunar eclipse on the 8th, and it is in your zone of communications, study, ideas, your local area. Things could get shaken up there in some way. Okay, so 8th of November, I'm not sure what date the midterm elections might be on that date. Let me know in the comments. I think it might be. But there's a shake-up, that's for sure, on that date. It will actually be around there. Eclipses can have effects for up to 6 months, so it could even start a little bit before the 8th, but that's the peak date. Okay, if you're new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell. And just to briefly explain, I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. Okay, let's go to the board now and see what we can see. Oh, this is all crooked. I think a cat's been here because I had this all set out. So no doubt Prince Harry has visited. Okay, now first thing we're doing is drawing the cards. First half of the month, the first card, which will include the midterms, no doubt. Let's see what comes out if you're in the US, but it does have ramifications for the rest of the world as well, because the US always sets the tone for the rest of the world. Okay, and then you have countries like Australia that just basically do whatever. They follow that, very closely. And the card that we come up with, firstly, I usually have a little vision. A lot of white here. Okay, Spirit is here. Spirit is guiding us. I'm in a tunnel, but it's all white. And it's like the light is shining through. I don't think... This is weird because this is a surprise to me. The energy is surprising. So I feel like I don't think we're getting the full picture at all about what is happening in US politics. I think people are going to vote in large numbers. I'm guessing. I'll put a question mark because that's not a psychic flash I'm saying there. I think it's going to be large number of votes, and it's not what people think. Okay, the card that comes up is the 8 of Pentacles for you, dear passionate Pisces. This is fabulous. I love this card, actually. It reminds me of me in a sense about working, but working with a creative, spiritual energy that is rewarded, okay? And you make some progress as far as your finances is concerned. And so there's action being taken. So it's not just about sitting around all day and meditating. It's about actually achieving things. See, I'm not anti-meditation. Of course, I think it's great to meditate, but there's lots of things that we need to achieve physically as well. And this is all about action being taken and also expressing yourself. This blue here, the throat chakra, super important to express yourself, but you'll be rewarded. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles, that's great for your money. Okay, and you do have Chiron here in your second house. There's been some sort of wound around money at some point, and it's going through a process of healing. And so it's in areas, it could be quite bold and active, this healing it's going on. You might well be aware of the healing that is taking place in your money supply. Okay, the second half of the month, closing my eyes now. What do I see for Pisces? I do get the water, of course, which is you. It's green, which is a bit unusual, but not really unusual. So growth and opportunity around the water, going with the flow, so to speak, going with the flow. It's like you're in your own little world in a sense, and that's okay. And then you just decide how much you're going to interact with the outside world. Okay. The card that comes up is the Ace of Swords. Lovely new beginnings are in your thinking coming. A lot of people, like in the tarot world, don't really vibe to the Suite of Swords, but I just see it as no different to the other suites because these are all different realms and we need them all. It's appropriate to think sometimes. It's appropriate to cut, analyse and dissect your thoughts to decide which ones you're going to put some store in, which ones you're going to keep because they're valuable, and which ones you're going to discard. We need that ability to decide. And if you have problems making decisions, maybe there's something going on with your small intestine. In assimilating food, maybe your body's having difficulty deciding what nutrients to accept and what rubbish to throw out. And there's confusion there in your actual physical body about what you keep and what you throw out, okay? But this energy helps you. It's like stepping forward. It's like Spirit's handing you the ability to be logical and to make decisions. But lovely new life coming from this. A lot of butterflies, different colours. Yes, it's challenging. I see these mountains in the background, but that's okay. You can do it. All right, now bear those cards in mind because they'll no doubt come up in the horoscope. I'll just make this bigger. Okay, a lot happening for you, passionate Pisces. There's a lot of conjunctions between planets this month. Even this one here is conjunct. And when the lunar eclipse, look, I didn't write down the degrees. Unfortunately, even these two are conjunct, which I haven't written in there. But this has the effect of blending the energies of the planets and they become even more stronger or relevant to you. And Jupiter and Neptune conjunct in your sign, and Neptune is your ruler. This is very significant for you because this is how you approach the world. This is your belief systems, your core belief systems, your identity and your appearance. And Jupiter is retrograde, will be moving direct on the 23rd here in Pisces. So very significant. Your spirituality is going to surge ahead this month, which is fabulous. You have Saturn and the Moon also conjunct here in the 12th house in Aquarius. A lot of thinking about ways that you spiritually feel restricted in some way perhaps, and turbulence down underneath with the moon there stirring things up. But the lunar eclipse is here, over here in your 3rd house, and I'll talk about that. Okay, so the T-square here with Saturn conjunct moon in your 12th house, that's only for a few days, that conjunction, because the moon moves really quickly. Venus up here in the house of the higher mind, and Uranus down here in your 3rd house. Okay, so could be something very unusual, unpredictable perhaps, regarding the expansion of your life, study, or foreign countries and foreign people. You might be thinking about travel, but are there too many hoops for you to jump through? There could also be some study or retraining as you prepare for a career jump later. Or you're thinking you just like to study and, see, you mightn't have anything in mind in, particular, but it might turn into something bigger later on. There could be a challenge which brings up deep feelings because you do feel limited or restricted perhaps. You could be feeling controlled, or a structure or authority figure is telling you what to do, especially in how you expand your life and these new things that you want to do. All of this going on here, the house of the higher mind, is about you expanding your horizons. Life is so much bigger, and you can do this through spirituality, philosophy in life, study, or interacting with people that are quite exotic or different to you. And then the focus comes from that into your career zone. So yeah, that's exciting. All of this is amplified by the lunar eclipse here in the third house, which sometimes rules over study as well. And then Jupiter here in your sign, bringing a surge forward about how you approach the world and the outward statements to the world that you make. And that also includes your appearance and identity. On the 8th of November, the lunar eclipse here in Taurus shakes things up in your local area. It could be a bit turbulent, but there's a long-lasting transformation with real physical effects. And there could be sort of changes like local infrastructure, roads, airports, and the like. And you might hear something about neighbours. Maybe a neighbour is selling their home or something like that. Which you might have various feelings about, or perhaps a long lost family member, cousins or distant siblings. You could hear about those or hear from those people. There's a decision you're going to make that's going to be quite solid or concrete, and because it is so solid, think about it first. The 9th sees Venus move into Sagittarius up here. And this moves and facilitates the relationships in your career or vocation. You could meet beautiful people through your career, or if you're not working, you're just your general life direction, the things that you want to do. There's peace and harmony in your workplace or in your life generally. People in authority help and approve of what you're doing now. You may feel more peaceful than usual. Career decisions flow smoothly. Work life with other people is better and more enjoyable, and you just enjoy your life more, basically. 17th sees Mercury also moving into Sagittarius here. The 22nd sees the Sun moving into Sag here in your 10th house, and the new moon also in your 10th house. So this big focus on optimism, confidence, and even good luck could come your way because of this. Travel might become more important. You might be thinking about that now, in fact. Lots of fresh ideas, communications. You could take solid or committed actions by starting something new. The sun gives you some sort of sense of happiness or comfort. And the moon brings new physical beginnings that could pay off quite well down the track, especially if you do have a career. But if you're not working, it's your general life direction improves and you feel happier about it. The 14th to the 21st, this is a time that everybody has to be a bit cautious because Mars is squaring Neptune, but Neptune is your ruler, so this is particularly important for you. And you could be feeling a bit foggy in the head, a bit confused or vague. Maybe you're not sure of what you want. You're having trouble making decisions at this time. So don't push yourself, under any stress. It's best that you take it easy and be gentle with yourself now if you can. But on the upside, your imagination could run wild. You could have lots of different fantasies. Write them all down because there might be something, even if it's, just a small chance, there might be something useful there for you that, if you modify it, bring it down to earth, it might help you a lot. However, if you're an artist, it's very inspired and fertile time, so you might be, or any sort of creative person really, or maybe you're a musician, for example. 28th of November to the 3rd of December, Mars trines Saturn. This is fabulous for painstaking work, for details, for really getting into that sort of detailed type work. You focus on real accomplishment. You don't want to be distracted. You can fruitfully tackle any sort of disagreeable task, those things you put off like paperwork and filing and stuff like that. Your ability and patience is really increased, and you have more self-control and self-discipline than usual. The 30th of November to the 6th of December, Mars trines a moon. Just this is probably not so important for you in terms of being hot-headed, because you are ruled by Neptune. So but emotions can spill out all over the place, and Mars sometimes gets a bit tetchy, and there's a lot of impulsivity here. But you're on the upside, you're probably more likely to be quite passionate about life, more natural, more childlike and direct, and anywhere where you can go out with people and enjoy yourself. You'll probably have a really fun time. Get your emotions involved. You'll probably be laughing your head off. Rock concerts, football games, anything like that would be beneficial. Alrighty, so that's it. Passionate Pisces, some really good energies here to help you this month, and especially after Jupiter goes direct. I've written 28th there. I think it was the 23rd Jupiter goes direct, not the 28th. But that will really help you here with your identity and expressing yourself to the world. Okay, so that's it, everybody. I hope this is useful. Let me know in the comments, and leave a like. That would be fabulous, or share on your socials. Have a wonderful month, Passionate Pisces. I know you will. And if you're new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.